All right, and so for the sake of picking up where we left off, I know in the last product we talked a lot about adding your products and basically getting into the simple product. I wanted to jump over here and talk about attributes for a moment and introduce that briefly, and then we'll roll into the variable product, and we'll show how all of this ties in together, how everything makes sense and fits together like a puzzle in just a second. So to get to this place in our dashboard to get to our attribute settings, all you would do is first, of course, find our WooCommerce tab here. Under it is our products. If you highlight products, the drop down menu will show you. Slide on down to the bottom and just click on attributes, and you'll see this screen. Okay. If you see any pop-ups or anything like this, you see this one we have right here. Um, you can simply just opt out of those, get those out of your way so we can get a full view. So as you guys can see, I already have a attribute set for the size. Now this is an attribute set for the size of our lemonade product, and that's because we offer that product in two sizes. Okay, and that's just making it simple, right? We offer it in a 16 ounce and a 1 gallon size. So the prices for those two items have to be different. We have to account for the sizes of the items in our customers' orders to make sure our invoicing is correct, to make sure that everybody is satisfied with the transaction. So to create this attribute is very simple. Um, and again, if creating an attribute for a product, let's say it's a t-shirt can come in multiple colors. Let's say you have a black, a white, and a gray version of the same design t-shirt, and you want to add all of those different kinds of t-shirts to your store at one time. You would simply create the attribute of the color, right? And I'm making this as an example for us all. Okay, so let's say that attribute for color needs an identifier within your website. So it first needs a name. So that's what we've given it here. The attribute simply can be called color. The slug, we simply call it the same as the name. That's what your site uses on the back end to recognize when that color is being opted into, or when that color option is being chosen as a variation for that type of product. Um, Now, as we look further down, we have an option for enabling the archives, and this allows you to have product archives in your store. We don't necessarily need product archives, so I leave this unchecked because the products aren't going anywhere anyway, as long as we don't remove them. All right. Um, the type of excuse me, the type of attribute determines how the customer will see the options of this attribute on their page. So what does that mean? Um, the customer will either have an option to select the attribute, meaning that if you have a gray, black, and white t-shirt, they'll be able to select the option gray, select black, or select white as their option for the shirt, or they'll have an option to write the title of the color that they want in. We don't want to use text because that'll give the option, like I said, to for the customer to write the name of the color that they want. And that's not what we want to do. That doesn't create a user-friendly experience. So we want to have them select from a drop-down menu. So we always leave the type as select. And when it comes to the default sort order, you always want to order the attributes themselves by name, or or by name alphabetically with this option, or numerically with this option. So for 16 ounces and 1 gallon, I've used the for sizes, and for size purposes I would use the numeric value simply because sizes are weighed in volume, right? When it comes to a product like lemonade, but when it comes to a product like a t-shirt, it can be a name like large, small, medium, right? So we want to customize the order. We can customize the order of the names. It doesn't matter, but I keep them numerically by name. Makes it easier. And then you simply click add attribute once you're done. So now we see at the top of the attribute page, now color is added above size. Okay, so if we scroll over here, Oh, excuse me. If we scroll over to or look at the right column here next to color that just appeared, we see a small link here next to the terms. So once you create an attribute, it has no value unless it has terms. Okay, so let's select the configure terms option here to add the terms to our excuse me, to our attribute. And this simply adds the various colors. So it says like it says right here, add new color. You know, it makes it simple for you to understand. So let's say the color I want to add right now is black. I would type the word black. Again, create the slug to be the same as the name. You don't have to have a description. And all you do is click add new color. That adds the color black as one of the possible colors that a customer will be able to choose. Then you select or you continue to create the other colors that you want to have in your store or on this particular product. So we said gray, and I'll make another one for white. It's that simple. So once we've added the terms to our attribute, we simply go back to the attributes tab to make sure that those terms have saved. And as we see, black, gray, and white now appear as the terms of this attribute for color. So when it comes to our product, let's go back to add new. Let's create a new test product. And let's go down to the product data, right? This is where the attributes come to life for the product, okay? And I'll show you an example. Once we've, of course, input all of the pricing and everything, now this variation, rather the attributes for a product. If your product is the same price, no matter what the attributes are to it, you can create a simple product and include those attributes as well. I'll show you what I mean. So when we have a simple product and we want to add the attributes to it, let's say our product is lemonade. Set our product image again. And I'm just doing this for aesthetics, just to give you guys a really good example of this. All right. But let's say that the color of the bottle can be different. Let's say that we offer our customers a black, a gray, or a white bottle for their lemonade product. And that sounds crazy, but it's just an example. All right. You select color from the drop down and hit add. Now, color appears here as an attribute listed. If you want all of the colors that we have listed as an option for that attribute to be able to be selected, then you would simply select all, and there you have black, gray, and white, right? These are also now visible on the product page. Okay, so what this does is simply show the customer that we offer this product in black, gray, and white, which is why you don't want to use your attributes for variations with a simple product. And that brings me to the importance of the variable product. All right, so the difference between a simple and a variable product is a simple product would only show the attributes on the screen. They wouldn't allow the customer to actually select those options. The variable product, however, would allow them to select those options, meaning that our lemonade product itself, like I said in the last video, is actually a variable product. Okay, so let's go to the same attributes bar, right? So now we see something's changed. Now we see that there is a new option that shows up here. When we select variable product, there's a new option that shows up here on the attributes tab. There's an option for used for variations. So instead of having it just visible on the product page and not allowing the customer to select it, we want to use these colors for variations. Boom. So we click that option and click Save Attributes. Once those attributes are saved, you go to the Variations tab. and it's gonna ask, and it's gonna show you this screen. Now, the only reason that you won't see this screen is if you have not successfully gone to the attributes tab and selected this option to be used for variation. If you do not have that selected, when you go to the variations tab, it'll give you some sort of an error message. Not really an error message, but it'll tell you that you need to select attributes first. Okay, so when you go to create your variations, there's an option right here that'll always show you create variation from all attributes. That's what you want to select. Hit go, hit OK, and look, 3 variations added. Those are for our 3 colors, the white, gray, and black. Now, let's say the white bottle had a different price than the gray bottle. When you hit the drop down, you have the ability to change the pricing of these products, manage the stock of these products, and shipment options for these products all in one place. So you don't have to create 3 different products just because you want to offer a white, black, and gray bottle. If that makes any sense, you can make all of those products easily managed under one product being a variable product. Uh, Of course, the product gallery would come in handy here because you'd have multiple products in different colors. You'd want to upload that same product's variation in its different colors. That makes sense just to be aesthetically pleasing for your customers. Again, those other boxes that we talked about in the last video don't really need to touch these so much. The Revolution slider, membership discounts, or the content restriction box. Um, we definitely want to make sure our product short descriptions are always filled in, and the long description box here is always filled in. Want to always, again, make sure our categories are selected. Product tags are optional, but again, the most important piece of all of this is to hit publish once your product is to your liking. But again, this is going to take a little bit of playing with and seeing yourself to understand more of. These training videos are designed to guide you and provide a means of understanding. And you can always revert back to these. Don't feel that you have to only watch it once. These are your videos, your trainings. Watch them as many times as you possibly need to fully grasp and understand uh, what these various options mean for you and how they can make your product listing a lot easier. Um, so that concludes the training here in regards to adding products, making sure that our attributes are correct, and variable products versus simple products has been fully explained. So if you need more clarification, please watch the second video. Again, this is the third, but please watch the second video again through to this video once more if you need more understanding. Um, and if anything, I'll see you on the next training. Peace.